EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the magnificent city of Atlanta. Used to be the terminus of the road here. That's why they still sound the train horn inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons.
Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And we are underway here in Atlanta. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we have an injury. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
A loss of 2.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
On play action, Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's third down and 12.
Third and long. To throw is Rodgers. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
It's a pretty good effort there on third and long. Initially, I really thought that screen was timed up pretty well, and he had a chance to pick up the first down. But give credit to the defense. It was the pursuit and running to the ball, and they're able to stop him just short.
Good coverage as they meet him and bring him down. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's Freeman. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First and 10.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
Sometimes it just comes down, Mike, to just letting it loose and go make a play. And I think anytime you want to bring a defensive back from the secondary into your blitz, there's a little bit of a reckless standpoint there. Could you give up a big play downfield? Sure. But when well-timed with the right personnel, it is hard for an offense to pick those blitzes up. And in this case, it catches them off guard and results in a sack.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
on this opening drive.
Well, now the big fella inside's getting involved in the pass rush, Mike, and so many of these interior defensive linemen are known for their run defense. Well, not this guy. He wins on the inside quick, and he's able to bring the quarterback down for the sack.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
For a Packers
19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Yards. First down, Packers.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
A gain of 16 yards.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Every time the quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tight end, the motion man to the right. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
3rd and long for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Ty Chandler.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Here's their punter now. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line.
Falcons take over first.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They had to punt on their opening drive. No damage done as of yet. Still scoreless here, and they'll pick it up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Freeman. Oh, the ball comes out. The Packers have it.
It's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and inches. A run with Freeman. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now give up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards.
1st and 10
First down,
at the 43-yard
Atlanta.
line.
They'll stay on the ground. Hey, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A pass taken in by Freeman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and What once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll swing this out to Freeman. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Raheem Morris now will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Falcons will take a 3-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Off the play fake, Rodgers. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Second down, Rodgers. That's taken in by Ty Chandler. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's a gain
11 yards on the connection there. First down, Packers.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the gun, they'll try to run it, and not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Throwing, Rodgers. Back to the sideline and intercepted.
Defensively on 3rd down, Mike, that's the money down. You have to find a way to get off the field. Most offenses are going to be more pass-heavy, looking to throw the ball downfield to convert. How can you dial up the pressure just a little bit, force an errant throw, and in this case, come away forcing the turnover?
The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 6. So, just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 6 as we are ready to get back underway. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Third down, we'll try to get it on the ground, and he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Little power football here on 3rd and short. They bring in some extra bulk up front, and they just run this ball straight at the defense. Challenge them in a gotta-have-it moment. Can you stop us? And in this case, the answer is no.
Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Back to the air one more time. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The Falcons.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Up the middle they go. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons.
The
try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are out to a 10-0 lead.
Falcons 10, Packers nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more, and nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Put a receiver in motion right. His drive will start on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of 15
yards through the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. They need to say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Well done on that hookup. First down, Packers.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Packers.
The master of play action, Rodgers. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. And that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Still third down.
Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Packers going to call out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Crosby's kick is good. And the Packers are on the board. It's now 10-3.
Packers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's a toss as they look to run, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
3-yard line.
I promise you, Mike, on paper, that linebacker is accounted for, but with his speed and his ability to sniff this toss out from the jump, they had no chance catching up to him. He makes a beeline to the ball and brings the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That one is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Automatic 1st down.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Following the penalty, he'll run it. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball
his teammate to fall on that fumble, but it really just comes down to effort. Coaches preach it on both sides of the ball. The more guys around the ball, the more good things happen, and fortunately for this offense, he recovers the fumble, and they live to continue this drive.
They'll look to throw. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 83.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Packers offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out, what am I looking at? Where are my targets? Where's the coverage holes? And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the first half.
Middle of the field, it's complete, and he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often, and really it's because it's good against any defense, and what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers going up top again. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch it!
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's a gain of 35.
Now a a timeout. Atlanta, that's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throw here to begin the drive. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. This one not quite on target. Let him too much. That one falls incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
They'll look to throw again. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete.
incomplete.
couldn't keep the feet in.
To second
And
10
it's second
at
down.
the 35-yard line.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's Hooper open right side. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. They're set up a little bit better for third down. Back to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
To the air now on first and 10. And he will not get a terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Brings up second.
Now
and
timeout
12
signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Yards to go.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This taken in at the 8-yard line. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10.
The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins first and 10. Jones in motion. He's going to tuck it and go.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw here on second and 10. Roll forward, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up third and
1. Third and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, He did. It is indeed a first down.
43-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at their line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 23.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
To the ground, a first down run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
23-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's taken down just shy of the 10. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Now give on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Is the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this looks like a design run.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll throw out of the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The quarterback on the scramble.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Getting the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, Mike, sometimes when you get all these big bodies in there and you're trying to find space, there's just no space to be had. Here, they try to go with their fullback, and he just runs into a wall of backs. Great job here by the defense. Critical 4th down stop.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The tackle made, that is on 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. Do you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll come up here. 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
22 yards. And the Packer first down.
Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? We give our side a clear advantage. That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run with Freeman. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that
one. The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Intended for a Noah.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And And the Falcons going to take the lead. It's now 13-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Start on the ground, and it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
That's good.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Rodgers on first down. Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Automatic first down.
Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Back to the ground after the penalty. Oh. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. Give them 27, and it's first and goal.
First and goal, Green Bay.
Here's a run. And he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Here's Crosby for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12
It's a
yards.
pickup of 12. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The RPO. That one is complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. Now it's Freeman. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Big play coming up. This is third down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Try the right side this time, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Atlanta.
Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll drop the throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard
First
line.
and 10 at the 16-yard line.
19 more on that one, and another first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A pass taken in by Freeman. And he'll get into the end zone. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Atlanta.
This has to be a defensive breakdown, Mike. I promise you, all week in practice, when the scout team ran this play, somebody on defense accounted for the running back out of the backfield. I can promise you that much, but he's able to leak out and get the ball in space. He does the rest after the catch. They just have to do a better job. They got to get to the sideline and make corrections because you just can't leave guys at this level wide open for easy touchdowns.
The extra point is good. And the Falcons go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter. Trying to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard
Packers
line.
offense. And their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Give up the middle, and he's going to have a Packers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
The tight end motioning left here. Right back to him on first. Oh, they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. The defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, Rodgers. He's got a man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Packers. The master of play action, Rodgers. That one's down the field, but it is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Now Rodgers will try and set up the tight end screen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Packers.
First and 10.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Putting the tight end in motion. A first down throw from Rodgers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken.
To number 18. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Crosby now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Falcons 20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Back to throw here to begin the drive.
Ryan's pass complete to number 81. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. His kick is good, and the Falcons go up by 3. It's 27-24.
Packers 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Packers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They get 20 on the connection. Good for a Green Bay first down. On play action, Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers going up top again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. And we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. He is down at the 14, but will have the first down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, it is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That is caught, and he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. Tight end going in motion here. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Here's Crosby for the extra point. He gets it to
The
go,
kick is good.
and the Packers have taken a
Score,
4-point
Packers
advantage.
31, Falcons 27.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Here's first down. They'll stick to the ground. Into the secondary, past the 40. They bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Second and 2 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
And 4.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.